Oh, wait, I just realized. You guys can't see it unless it's over here. Bro, that could have been a cell. That could have been a cell if I recorded the whole video and I was watching on the other monitor. That would have been crazy. Bro, we got one lore fact for every card in Clash Royale, bro. First reaction video and literally I don't even know how long, bro. Like 2 months? Dude, I mean, I don't know. I feel like this is worth it. And honestly, I wanted to watch it anyway. And it's related to Clash. So why not watch it, bro? I know you guys, watch me for Clash right now. So the only fact I know, bro, is that Log turned into a spiky, like, Lumberjack cut a tree and then he spilled the tree in his rage, and that's why the log turned spiky. That's the lore behind log. That's the only fact I know. Hopefully you guys can hear the video, bro. I kind of have to fart.
Whether you love it or hate it, lore is a part of nearly... Whether you love it or hate it.
Yo! No one's gonna check this man's hard drive, bro. Best archer rig I've seen. Okay, I was gonna say, bro.
Lore is a part of nearly everything.
That caught me off guard, bro.
Even in places you wouldn't expect, like Clash Royale and, the wider Clash universe. These games might not have...
Yo, chat. Let me put this up to 1080p. Oh, it already is. Premium. Enhanced. Okay, bro. Don't try to sell me some shit. Don't give me the option to click it if it's not free, bro. Anyway, what I was gonna say is we're gonna watch this. I'm gonna hit the gym. Then maybe I'll clip a few clips. And then, bro, I'm gonna try to do 4-hour stream today. If I can hop on at 4 p.m., 4-hour stream today. But that means I need to hit the gym crazy good. I'll probably have to do clips after then. I don't know, we'll see.
Story mode like other games such as Grand Theft Auto or God of War. It's all about the battles in the arena or building up your village. But if you look closer,
yo!
Descriptions, loading
Okay, last pause, bro. Probably not. But I try to download Clash of Clans on the PC. Just like how I play Clash Royale on the PC. And I don't think it'll let me until August 20 because it says I need to download an Amazon app to play the game. But it doesn't let me download the Amazon app. But then it showed, oh, you will no longer have to do this on August 20th. So, I mean, that's kind of good. In 8 days, maybe I can try again.
Clash Royale wiki and even the legendary Clasharama series gives us some glimpses.
Oh, yeah.
The rich backstory and characters.
I haven't seen this. Yo, let me know if you guys want me to watch that, Clasharama, bro. It might be tough.
Card in Clash Royale.
Yo, okay, wait. I already kind of know Mega Knight backstory. I don't know if this one's gonna be the same. I kind of know Skeleton King backstory. The one I want to know the most is Dark Goggins, bro. And this is every card. Okay, last pause.
The cheapest yet most overpowered card in
This might be an hour long.
Skeletons. Skeletons were initially introduced with a count of 4, and then a few months later the count was reduced to 3, increased back to 4, and then reduced again, back down to 3. According to a Clasharama comic strip, Larry is the giant skeleton's child. His mom is the witch. He has 2 sisters, Brenna and Brianna, and also an older brother, Peter.
Oh.
In the Spanish language,
that's it?
The Ice Spirits card.
Yo! Spain, bro. Yo, this might be my new favorite card.
Winter is Coming, which is a reference to Game of Thrones. More specifically, the first episode of the series and, well, really all of it. The Fire Spirit is the only card in English whose name has changed, as a result of its count changing from 3 to 1.
Yo, wait, I'm confused, bro. They're skipping through these too quick. Do I put on captions,
chat? The only card in English whose name has changed, as a result of it, which is a reference to Game of Thrones. More in the Spanish language setting of the game, the Ice Spirit's card description says "Winter is Coming," which is a
I'm not gonna put on
Game of Thrones. More specifically, the first episode of the series and, well, really all of it.
Okay, that was
Fire
stupid.
Spirit is the only card in English whose name has changed, as a result of its count changing from 3 to 1 in the summer 2021 update. Also, it is the only Spirit card to have a spawner building version, which is the Furnace.
And the new update is even
Spirit is
harder.
currently the only permanent card in the game that hasn't yet received any balance changes. So, good job, Supercell.
Yo!
The Heal Spirit.
Yo, this isn't lore, bro. That's not lore. That's just an update on the fucking card. That's not telling me how it came to be. I think the spirits, bro, they all like came. I don't know. They're somewhat related to the wizards because every wizard has you know, besides the heal spirit. Oh, I guess battle healer.
First card to replace another card.
That's
which
a reach.
Was Heal. Interestingly, the Heal Spirit received the largest percentage buff to a singular upgradable stat out of all cards in the game, with a 225% damage increase in the 2021 Quarter 1 update. In touchdown mode, a goblin blowing a whistle acts as a referee. The goblin can be defeated before it runs off screen with fast spells like arrows if the player is quick enough. Earthquake, lightning, freeze, poison,
Why
and
though?
don't work. A loading screen hint.
Bro, that's not lore about the card, dude. That's just like a little Yo, I already... Okay, maybe there isn't lore for every single card, but this guy's like reaching for every little thing he can... Anything he can say about a card.
One day, wall breakers realized that they could do a lot more damage if they threw the ball rather than sat beside it. Imagine that. That might be a reference to his creation as a ranged counterpart to the wall breaker in Clash of Clans. Ultimately, the wall breakers were added in one of Clash Royale's updates, much to their dismay, I'm sure.
Wait, so why are you talking about the bomber if you're talking about the wall, bro? That's wall breaker backstory. Why are you saying that for the bomber? What came first? I think bomber was first, right?
The German and Dutch
I've always seen
setting
bomber.
of the game, the spear goblin's name translates to spear kobolds. In other language settings of the game, the spear goblin's name translates to doings with spears, spear ghouls, spear holding goblins, and spear throwing leprechauns.
Bro, my back is cooked,
Yeah,
Chad.
your guess is as good as mine. The ice golem walks with only his legs, instead of with also his hands like the golem, which is unlike his Clash of Clans counterpart. The bats resemble the in-life bat species called Desmodus.
Okay, I'm not gonna pause every time, but like this isn't lore, bro. This is just fun fact. Is lore fun facts? Is that...
Pundus. The common vampire bat is a hematophagous bat species that primarily feeds on the blood of livestock, which is done by biting their prey while they're sleeping. In Clash Royale, bats attack in a similar way by biting their enemies. We got 2 facts for the price.
Aren't there
of one
5
with this one,
bats?
Because bats were the only troop which had been available outside their card before they were released as a card. They were available as a spawned troop from the Night Witch. Before the Wall Breakers card release, the Wall Breakers were supposed to be a legendary card. However, they were changed to an epic card post-release. Also, according to Clash of Clans, balloons are promoted Wall Breakers. It's somewhat ironic to note that balloon pilots are promoted Wall Breakers, as the latter are kamikaze units and would not actually be, well, you know, promoted, as they perish upon actually doing their job.
Chat, last night at 3 in the morning, my cat threw up on my carpet.
So maybe the ones that got promoted are the ones who chickened out.
What is this?
As good as mine. Rage was introduced as a 3 elixir spell with a much bigger radius, but it did no damage. However, if you raged troops, they would stay raged even when they were outside of the rage area.
Yo, that's
In
OP.
2016, Clash Royale reduced the elixir cost to 2. Then in December of 2022, Rage was reworked to do area damage, but its radius was decreased significantly.
Yeah, that's way better, bro. That would have been OP.
Bush, but hidden underneath is a goblin, so sneaky he could steal the crown from the king's head in broad daylight, making him a legend in the goblin community. Only time will reveal more about our auspicious thief. Out of all of the cards in the game, the Zap has the shortest name in English, with only 3 letters. Also, the concept of Zap was adapted as the new iteration of the lightning spell in Clash of Clans. The log is the cheapest legendary.
I know this one! This is actual lore.
According to TV Royale, the number of times log was used in battles in 2018 alone was, get this, 39 billion
times.
Obviously, players could not get enough of.
I feel like it's still the most used spell,
Anyway,
maybe.
the
Or
lumberjack
maybe
is
arrows
responsible
might
for
be.
creating the log, which is hinted at on several different occasions. The lumberjack's description states, "and hunts the log by night." In the log's card description, it states the cause of its creation was, quote,
why didn't it say this for the log?
Which is a property exclusive to the Lumberjack. In the Clash of Clans No More Clashmas commercial, the log had a flashback to its creation where the Lumberjack is seen spilling the rage spell in a forest.
Yo, see, this is what I wanted to see, bro. Nah, see, that's tough. Why didn't they make every card have a backstory like this, bro? This shit got a whole trailer. Why the fuck did you do that to the Lumberjack? He made you, bro.
According to a Clash-O-Rama comic strip,
yo, this is me.
Follow a career path.
Yo!
Hierarchy.
I literally made a video on how I'm the 6th barbarian that got left behind. This picture is literally exposes that. Oh wait, what the heck? This is like evolution. Wait, this is tough. Wait, so they're basically saying I'm the stupidest in the evolution. Yo. It's crazy.
The one in the Barbarian Barrel being the lowest ranking one of them all.
Where's my mouse?
Giant Snowball is the only card with giant in its name that is not a troop.
Yeah, why is it called giant?
Deployed, a whispering voice will say baby goblin and laugh. That's most likely a reference to the baby goblin's tower troop card and the 1-hour video babygoblin.exe.
Approximately 10 hours later.
From the knight's description, it's implied that knight and barbarians are distant cousins due to their physical similarities, especially in their mustaches and hair color. Coincidentally, both the knight and barbarians are voice acted by the lovely John Madelli. However, in the Dutch language setting of the game, the knight is said to be the barbarian's nephew.
I'm half Dutch.
It's unknown why the archer has a small pouch on her belt, although it's most likely there to store supplies such as bowstrings and water. Despite wearing a quiver filled with arrows, the archer doesn't take the arrows out of her quiver when performing an attack. Weird. According to a Clash-O-Rama comic strip, a minion is the Mega Minion's child. Also in Clash of Clans, their projectile comes from their mouths. However, in Clash Royale, it comes from their fists instead. Skeleton Army used to cost 4 elixir and spawned 21 skeletons.
I already knew this,
but
bro.
This was changed in late 2016 to 3 elixir and spawning only 16. The
I thought it was 18.
Description implies that TVs might exist within Clash Royale. Also, etymology-wise, the word wizard comes from the Middle English wiz, meaning wise. The guards and
yo, chat, lore. Bro, I know more lore than this video, dude, and we're only 8 minutes in! Fuck, bro. Yo, the wizards are all sons of the king. Boom, bro.
Are the only troops to have more
I think,
shielded...
yo, what if the king mated with the spirit? Yeah, that'd be crazy. PDF king in Clash Royale. But what if he did that and then he spawned all the wizards?
Points than their own HP. According to their description in Squad Busters, the guards are the king's bodyguards. The princess was one of the first legendary.
I mean, bro, it's literally in the name, bro. You're not onto something, bro.
Into the game, alongside the Ice Wizard. Also, the princess has the longest range of all of the troops, with a range of...
Yo, I use princess.
A burrowing miner has the highest speed of all troops, with a speed of 650. And in the German, Japanese, and Korean language settings of the game, the miner's name translates to tunnel digger, digger, and mine worker, respectively. The design of the Mega
Why didn't they name it Digger?
The gargoyle is a fantasy and horror monster inspired by gargoyle architectural elements from the Gothic period. And surprisingly, his only weakness is cupcakes. The Dark Goblin is making the practice of playing the didgeridoo. Didgeridoo is a wind. Only weakness is cupcakes. The Dark Goblin is making the practice of playing the didgeridoo. Didgeridoo is a wind instrument primarily played by vibrating the lips to produce a continuous drone while using a special breathing technique called circular breathing, an instrument originally invented by the Aborigines people of Australia. Even though the Goblin Gang spawns...
Yo, Dude, Dark Goblin, bro. What type of kinky shit are you?
The card render displays 5, due to the fact that the card, well, used to spawn 5 goblins. The original concept of the bandit was the
Dude, I'm missing
Ghost,
these.
an instrument original card displays gang spawns 6 goblins. The card render displays 5, due to the fact that the card, well, used to spawn 5 goblins. The original concept of the bandit
the card render is that
5. Gang spawns 6 goblins. The card render displays
the card render? Does that mean the number of the pictures in the picture? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dude, that's because they all couldn't fit in, bro. Just like how the Skelly army.
5, due to the fact that the
I'm so confused, bro.
used to spawn 5 goblins. The original concept of the bandit was the Royal Ghost, with an invisibility and dash mechanic, along with the stun. However, the stun mechanic was dropped, and the dash mechanic led to the creation of the bandit. Ultimately, the Royal Ghost was added in one of Clash Royale's updates. So, the Royal Ghost may be inspired by the ghost of Hamlet's father, from the theatrical play Hamlet by William Shakespeare.
Whoa!
The Royal Ghost is confirmed to be both
Yo, I heard
his father. The skeleton barrel loses.
Wait, I heard about that in
each
school.
Skeleton barrel loses.
Wait, yo, this is tough. Look at this family tree, bro.
Also, the Royal Ghost.
The king? Wait, why are there 2 kings? Is this Little Prince? The royal family. What the fuck? Cannoneer. So these are basically just the towers. This is Dagger Duchess. Wait, so why is this Royal Ghost is the father of the king? But then why are these not why aren't these branches like after where the king is? Like why are they not here where the king is? I guess like they were just spawned from a cannon. What the fuck? This makes no sense, bro. And then this is princess, I think. Is Little Prince not in here? What is it? Like, why did it make 2? There's 2 kings? Like, I get when you... Yo, I'm thinking too much about it. It's just a fucking
The
video
skeleton
game.
barrel loses 1 balloon for each third of its total hit points depleted. Interestingly, in its reveal trailer, the skeleton barrel was shown to spawn all skeletons in a random pattern. However, this was changed after its general release to spawn the skeletons in a circular formation.
Good.
The fisherman's name is Maurice, as said by his fish in the Flood trailer. However, in the Japanese language setting of the game, his name is Triton, which I think just sounds way cooler.
Yeah, but Maurice makes more sense.
They're not listening. We gotta give him a good old-fashioned fish slapping.
He doesn't look like a Triton, bro. He would have to have like a fucking some type of trident for him to have that name, bro. Yo, good job, Maurice.
Initially, the firecracker was supposed to be called the Rocketeer, and the Rocketeer was envisioned as a more militaristic character, akin to the Musketeer. What truly set her apart was her ability to launch 6 rockets, each with a knockback effect on enemies. While the concept was promising, after several days of testing, it became evident that a change in her mechanics was necessary due to a significant issue with the unpredictability of the rockets. The Elixir Golem
I don't like Firecracker, chat. That's just me, though.
Concept, which involved a monster constructed entirely from Elixir. It was also originally called Elixir Monster, and it would involve an Elixir Monster that would spawn Elixir.
That would have been
mites
cooler,
when
honestly.
destroyed. Those Elixir mites would be fused back into an Elixir.
And they should have like. There's too many golems, bro. They should have made.
Monster if they were not defeated in time.
So what would you?
They should have made him look like the Michelin Man.
The craziest troop that we tried.
Craziest. It might have to be the Elixir Monster.
Radio Royale.
What is the Elixir Monster?
The Elixir Monster was this idea that the Elixir has somehow mutated into this monster, and you once you place it down, it goes forward, and if you attack it, it splits into 2, much like the Golem works. But the thing is, those little elixir mites, I don't know what you would actually call them, they would regrow back into full-size elixir monsters if you left them alone, and so you could
multiply, right?
Yeah, you could
Just-
keep.
Yo,
splitting
honestly, I would rather they do that just because it's more like original, more cool. It's different. But dude, it cannot be 3 elixir then. It has to be like 6 elixir. I would honestly be happier with that, dude. I don't know. I don't like the fact that this card is 3 elixir.
Going into these giant like elixir monsters.
It should be like at least 4. I don't know.
How would you defeat this? Like,
Well,
It's just annoying. It's just too much to think about to deal with. Cause I mean they always put something after it too. So.
Once they kept splitting the
Fucking battle healer, bro.
Were quite weak, so you could take those out quite easily.
Okay.
So maybe like a Valkyrie would work, but it's a very scary card to like leave alone.
Yeah, I can imagine.
The Little Prince is tied with the Inferno Dragon and the Mighty Miner for the highest attack speed of all troops when fully charged, with an attack speed of 0.4 seconds. Also, the Little Prince may be a reference to a novel by the same name. The Little Prince by a French author.
I know the Little Prince, bro.
In January of 2016, the cannon used to cost 6 elixir, had a bigger range of 7 tiles, a lifetime of 60 seconds, and a huge amount of HP, surviving even 4 hits from the prince, including its charge. But its elixir cost was reduced to 3 in February of 2016, along with its health.
Dude, Loki buff cannon, bro. Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Oh god. This was Arrow's card
before
its release. Oh god.
What the fuck?
With its health. Tombstone used to spawn giant skellies. Oh god.
Are you
this
fucking
was
kidding
Arrow's
me?
card image before its release.
That's so
the
dumb.
original concept for the tornado was a butterfly spell that was used for distracting troops. However, it was replaced with the tornado due to visual problems, and also because we got a tornado trap in Clash of Clans. Clone is the only spell that cannot affect buildings. However, you can have a cloned building via a cannon card. In the Korean, Chinese, and Finnish language settings of the game, the Earthquake's name translates to Earthquake Magic, Earthquake Spell, and Tremor. The Royal Delivery was designed after a concept, which involved a bomb. It was also originally called Bone Bomb, and it would involve a bomb that would explode after a short time. After the bomb exploded, 2 guards would spawn from where the bomb exploded.
That's so weird.
Void sucks. In Norse mythology, Valkyries collect spirits of the dead to take to Valhalla.
They just skip
for
Void.
the Norse afterlives. Most depictions show them riding on horseback or might have wings. However, in Clash Royale, they don't ride horses or fly, and instead travel on foot. This was a Musketeers card image before March of 2016, and this is the current image. The baby dragon's gender has been confirmed as male, as the baby dragon commercial referred to the baby dragon as he. The Mini P.E.K.K.A. has a passion towards pancakes. When deployed, the Mini P.E.K.K.A. will say, pancakes. A tweet by the Clash Royale official Twitter account, which had a real-life Mini P.E.K.K.A. standing next to a giant skeleton, with the caption, "Who wants pancakes?" In the initial release of Clash Royale, the Hog Rider's sound effect was identical to that of the Barbarians. Also, according to a Clash-orama comic strip, the Ram Rider is the Hog Rider's sister.
I thought they were dating. Okay. Hey, Hog Rider, heard your sister can't ride a hog? Rejected by every pig, that's rough. Don't talk about Ram Rider like that, why you embarrassed? Leap. Bro, since when did they make Clash Royale comics, bro? What?
In the Malaysian language settings of the game, the Dark Prince's name translates to Prince of Evil. The Prince and the Dark Prince ride the same breed of pony, and they're also revealed to be brothers. The Super Valkyrie troop in Clash of Clans is like...
Bro, you know what's a cooler backstory? Dude, I know more lore, bro, than this fucking video, yo. What's cooler lore is that the Dark Prince was a royal guard, and he got tired of being a royal guard or something, or he was like left behind or something, so he became a prince. Cause you see how he looks like a royal guard?
Inspired from the Lumberjack.
That's way cooler.
With both being fast melee troops that drop a rage spell after death. In the Clash-orama episode, "'Twas the Night Before Clashmas," the king searched for a Clashmas tree. They ignore the Lumberjack's majestic one and decide on a smaller and uglier looking tree. The agitated Lumberjack tries to destroy it, but slips and drops his rage spell, which converts the tree into the log.
Oh, it's got ball spots! It's so much worse!
Bro, you already mentioned this.
Oops! My rage spell! tree. It's turned into...
The Battle Ram is the only barbarian-related card to not have the word barbarian in its name. Also, call back to when we talked about the hierarchy of barbarians earlier. Apparently, the ones on the Battle Ram rank the second lowest. The word Inferno
Yeah, I saw
comes
that,
from the
bro.
Latin Inferus, meaning underworld. And surprisingly, the Inferno Dragon has the highest hit points out of all air targeting troops. The Electro
What's
Wizard
Inferno,
used to have
bro?
a Crown Tower spawn damage statistic, despite the fact that its restricted deployment means its spawn damage could never hit a Crown Tower. This was most likely because he spawned with a zap instead of having his own spawn damage. This, however, was removed from the statistics in the Champions update. Also, according to the Electro Dragon's intro video, the Electro Dragon is the Electro Wizard's pet dragon. That's pretty cool.
Electro Dragon
Bro, it
is
should
a
be a
5-cost epic in Electro Valley. It's the Electro Wizard's personal pet.
It was a dumb question.
Of course it's an Electro Valley!
The Hunter is likely inspired by Shelly from Brawl Stars, another Supercell game. This is referenced a few times. During the global release of Brawl Stars,
Wait, but I thought Brawl Stars came after Royale. No?
the Hunter was reskinned as Shelly in the heist mode.
2018, and they had the Brawl Stars challenge in Clash Royale. You could pick Bo or you could pick Shelly, and Shelly was the Hunter and Bo was Magic Archer. Magic Archer's just way better. I don't know why I picked Shelly, but
A trainer in the training camp is called Trainer Shelly and uses the Hunter in their deck. The Night Witch is confirmed to be the Witch's sister, according to the Night Witch karaoke contest video and her description in Clash of Clans. In the Japanese and Thai language settings of the game, the Night Witch's name translates to Dark Necromancer and Night Magic Girl.
What the fuck am I looking at, bro?
Is the Master Builder, the builder from Clash of Clans.
Bro, I don't think I've ever used
Zappies were
Zappies
first
once.
introduced in late 2017, they didn't have the ability to target air, but that was changed in the January 2018 balance update. The original concept of the flying machine was called a dart barrel, and it was supposed to shoot darts just like the Dart Goblin. The flying machine's creator is the Master Builder, and he's also the one piloting the flying machine. His little legs can be seen sticking out of the flying machine in its card image, card
No
render,
way.
and also in its reveal trailer.
Nah, that's tough.
This was the original concept of the Magic Archer, who was basically a wizard with a more epic beard style. The bow that the Magic Archer uses in battle is a magical recurve bow. During the development, the Mighty Miner was originally named...
Guys, I use Mighty Miner right now. He's kind of
On
amazing.
20th of April 2022, according to a tweet by the Clash Royale official Twitter, the number of Mighty Miner's ability activation was 732,965,024. Later that year, in
Bro, how do
December,
they
a
count all
balance
that?
update increased the Mighty Miner's speed to 90 from 60, now classified as fast. So the Mighty Miner was as fast as the Elite Barbarians. The Battle Healer is the only winged troop that is not actually flying. The heal effect sound she produces every time she hits is a high-pitched version of the old healing spell sound from Clash of Clans. The Skeleton King has the same walking sound as the giant skeleton. Also, in the Korean, Arabic, and Vietnamese language settings of the game, the Skeleton King's name translates to Skull King, King of Skeletons, and White Bone King.
Bro, like, why is this guy mentioned what the fucking translations are for 27 of the fucking cards? I don't, like, I can go to the dictionary for that, bro, or, like, why are you showing me? Like, I don't care. Give me lore, bro. That's not lore.
This was the initial concept of the Golden Knight, and what a beauty. The skeleton dragons resemble dragons from European cultures, being reptilian beauty. The concept of the Golden Knight.
So shirtless and okay.
And what a beauty. The skeleton dragons resemble dragons from European cultures, being reptilian, legendary creatures, often depicted as winged, horned, and capable of breathing fire. They were designed after a scrapped concept of a singular skeleton dragon that would attack with a bomb, as well as the beta minions from Clash of Clans. The Mother Witch is based on Circe, a Greek witch that appeared in Homer's Odyssey epic. In Odyssey, Odysseus visits her island of Aea on the way back from the Trojan War, and she changes most of his crew into swine. Also, she bakes great cookies. So the Phoenix is based on
Yeah,
the
fuck
infamous
her, bro. She's just
mythological
dumb.
creature capable of rebirth on destruction. Associated with the sun, a phoenix obtains new life by rising from the ashes of its predecessor. Some legends say it dies in a show of flames and combustion. Others say that it simply dies and decomposes before being born again. In Clash of Clans, the Phoenix's gender is female, as said in Phoenix's description, whereas in Clash Royale, the Phoenix is male, according to TV Royale,
Holy
but
shit,
uses
bro.
it pronouns in its description. The dynamite used by the Goblin Demolisher is the same held by the evolved Wallbreakers. Mortar, used to cost 6 elixir, could be placed 1 tile closer to your Princess Tower and still reach the enemy tower, had a lifetime of 60 seconds and did 40% more damage.
Splash damage,
I feel like it should be like that, honestly.
Another round goes off, and severe damage done to that tower. Now I've got units moving forward.
Tesla used to have a lifetime of 60 seconds compared to the 30 seconds it gets today, and its attack speed was 0.7 seconds compared to the 1.2 seconds of today. So basically, placing 1 Tesla building back then is like placing 2 today.
Yo, that's
The furnace
good.
resembles masonry ovens, typically used for baking artisan bread and pizza. Masonry ovens are typically made of brick, stone, or clay. However, in Clash Royale, the furnace is made of metal. The furnace's description could be a reference towards the Mini P.E.K.K.A, since the Mini P.E.K.K.A says pancakes when deployed in the arena. Before the Goblin Cages card release, the Goblin Cage was supposed to be a legendary card. However, it was changed to a rare card.
Honestly, it should be.
Post-release. Also, the Goblin Brawler is inspired by a Goblin prison character in the Clash-O-Rama episode Giant vs. Giant Problem.
So it's literally him.
The Goblin
That's
Drill is
Diddy.
inspired by a drill used by goblins to steal elixir from an elixir storage in the Clash-O-Rama episode Goblins 11, which in itself is a reference to the movie Ocean's 11. This was the Fireball's card image in January of 2016. Also, the first part of Fireball's description, that being "and Fireball," is a reference to the Clash of Clans Magic commercial.
Fireball.
In January of 2016, the freeze spell at max level 8 had a 7.1 second freeze duration, which is over 70% longer than today's duration of 4
Jeez.
seconds. It also had a much bigger freeze radius.
Okay, like, bro,
which
I don't
damaged
want these
troops
facts, bro. Like,
troops.
obviously,
In 2016, poison not only damaged troops over time,
obviously,
it also
everything will.
slowed them down by 25%.
Obviously,
meaning they
like, I don't want to
moved
hear that it
back
got
to
nerfed.
25%
Everything got
slower.
nerfed.
Unlike
Like,
humans,
bro's just
baby
saying
goblins are the
everything was
smartest out of all
higher
the goblins.
damage
However,
and
goblins would
whatever,
always
like,
steal their
back in
work
the day. I don't
because
give
of
a
their bigger
fuck, bro.
size and strength.
Oh, wait,
That's
this
why
is-
the baby goblins made a machine that would be as strong as it. Unlike humans, baby goblins are the smartest out of all the goblins. However, goblins would always steal their work because of their bigger size and strength. That's why the baby goblins made a machine that would be as strong as a regular goblin, hence the name Goblin Machine. The giant resembles the level 1 giant from Clash of Clans. His star level 2 skin resembles the level 5 giant from Clash of Clans. Also, according to the art of Supercell, the giant was originally supposed to be blue. The balloon has the shortest range of all troops, with a range of 0.1 tiles, and the balloon was supposed to cost 4 elixir and have a 3-second deploy time, but that was
Fuck
changed
this card,
just
bro.
a
It's
moment before
annoying.
its release.
It's just dumb,
The
bro.
Witches received the most balance changes of any card in the game, having received a total of 43
Wait, she
individual
floats?
changes. Also, the witch is shown to practice necromancy, which is a form of magic involving communication with the deceased, either by summoning their spirit as an apparition or raising them bodily.
Yeah, the
That's why
skeletons.
the Japanese
Evil
language setting of
witch.
the game, the witch's name translates to necromancer. In the Malaysian language setting of the game, the witch's name translates to magic girl. The barbarian bears more than a passing resemblance to Hulk Hogan and Abraham Ford from the Walking Dead TV series. The prince is in love with the princess. Also, the grill covering the Mega Minion
Yo, she's
mouth
13,
is very
buddy.
similar to the visor on the prince's helmet. In the Clash of Clans Party Wizard Party Time commercial, the wizard appears to have a pet bunny. Adorable. In the French and Japanese language settings of the game, the minion horde's name translates to Gargoyle Horde and Group of Gargoyles, and in the Chinese and
Bro, if E-Wizard has the pet E-Dragon, why doesn't Wizard have the pet Baby Dragon? Or Inferno Dragon? And why isn't there an Ice Dragon? Is the new card Spirit Empress Ice? Nah, bro. Yo, Next card of dragon they do might be ice, chat.
Settings of the game, the minion
Dude, I need to
boards
think of something
translate
else though.
to
There's
Army
like
of the Undead,
already
and
so many
Flock of
cards that do the
Drones.
same thing.
Originally, the bowler was supposed to be called the Charger. It had a long-range dash, but after it hit its target, the helmet would cut off, and it wouldn't dash again. After that, I assume it would just attack. I mean, I don't know for sure, but
Dude, that's
it's probably a medium-sized tank as well, maybe with similar stats.
That's
to
the
the
boss
Giant or
bandit,
Knight.
bro.
Other than the dashing and attacking, we really don't know that much about the Charger. In the
That's the
Japanese
boss
language
bandit,
setting
bro.
of the game, the Executioner's personal name is revealed to be Falsh. Also, this was the Executioner's card image before March of 2017. If we compare the current image, it definitely seems like a huge nerf to me. The weapon that the Ram Rider wields is called a bola. Bolas were most
Yeah, wait.
famously used
How did he just get a
the card
tooth? I kind of messed with this one better, honestly.
It definitely seems like a huge nerf to me.
He just gained a
weapon that
tooth.
the Ram Rider wields is called a bola. Bolas were most famously used by the Guachos, but have been found in excavations of pre-Columbian settlements, especially in Patagonia, where indigenous peoples used them to catch 200-pound guanacos and rias. The original concept for the Ram Rider was a Wolf Rider troop that used a bow instead of a bola. However, it was replaced with the Ram Rider for unknown reasons. In the Flood trailer, it's revealed that the Rascal Boy is bald and actually wears a wig. The Cannon card used to have the same movement speed as Elite Barbarians, but that was changed in the March 2021 balance update. In the card's description, the Who Let the Hogs Out is a reference to the pop song Who Let the Dogs Out by the Baha Men. According to the Electro Dragon's intro video and its description, it's implied that the Baby Dragon, Electro Dragon, and Inferno Dragon are all brothers, with the Electro Dragon being the middle child. In October through November of 2022, the Monk used the cost for Elixir. Together with the Phoenix, they created the most devastating combo in Clash Royale. However, new balance changes were introduced later, and the Monk was effectively buried due to an increase in Elixir cost to 5. So the Goblin Hut resembles its respective counterpart from the single-player campaign in Clash of Clans. However, in Clash of Clans, the Goblin Hut does not spawn spear goblins, or any troop, for that matter. There was a glitch in 2016 where you could place the Inferno Tower on the opponent's Princess Tower if there was no room for a building on your side of the arena.
No way.
How people found that out. In the same
No
vein,
way.
there was a hilarious graveyard glitch in 2017. If you placed the graveyard right before the game ended, it would spawn graves instead of skeletons. Before the Giant Skeletons card release, its cost was supposed to be 7 Elixir. In 2017, the Royal Giant had a 2-second deploy time.
Yo, what is that card? Yo.
Compared to 5 today, and a much faster attack speed, though it dealt less damage. Sparky has had an insane number of glitches throughout its history, but my favorite one...
Dude, the Sparky card looks so cool, but I actually despise that card, bro. It's so stupid.
And by the way, she's a woman. The helmets
Fuck
the
her,
Elite
bro.
Barbarians wear may be a reference to the iron helmet that the Dragonborn wears in The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim, which was one of the most iconic helmets in the game. There's a loading screen hint that says somebody once told Goblin Giant that the world was gonna roll him, which is a reference to the now immortalized, thanks to memes, song All-Star by Smash Mouth, which was used in the beginning of the Shrek movie. Because, you know...
Because he looks like Shrek!
Looks like Shrek. In 2016, the Elixir Collector used to cost 5 Elixir, and was one of the most broken cards in the game, reaching the #1 spot in usage rate for several weeks and months. Back in January of 2016, the Expo could target air troops. However, its deployment time was extremely long, at 5 seconds, which made it less practical for most players. However, the Expo had a range of 13 tiles, so you could place it even closer to your Princess Tower and still target your opponent's tower. The Rocket has the highest damage of any card in the game, with 2,163 damage at level 15. Up until 2022, Lightning didn't have a visual effect that indicated its cast, even if it didn't damage anything. So theoretically, you could cycle the Lightning spell without your opponent knowing. The P.E.K.K.A. has a passion towards butterflies. Her passion for butterflies is also referenced a couple of times. When deployed, the P.E.K.K.A. will briefly say "butterfly" in a robotic voice. The Lava Hound is confirmed to be a male, as the storyteller in the last Lava Pup commercial referenced to Lava Hound as he and father. While the Lava Hound appears to be made of both molten lava and solid rock, the Lava Pup seems to be a pure lava being. Fans theorize that the lava cools into rocks as the pup matures. Royal recruits were introduced as a
Lava Hound, like, I used to be scared of Lava Hound, but then, like, dude, one Dart Goggins counters it. Like, I don't really...
card, which was initially overpowered because players could spam them at the bridge.
Does no
constantly.
damage.
Having Royal recruits in your deck in July of 2018 meant an instant win. Also, their description implied that the Royal recruits could potentially be promoted to Dark Princes at some point. Since the Mega Knight's description implies that it has the force of 1,000 mustaches, it's implied that the force of one mustache deals approximately 0.429 damage at tournament standard. The Electro Giant may have inspired the Electro Titan, a troop from Clash of Clans. The Barbarian HUD closely resembles the level 1 barracks from Clash of Clans, only it now has a blue roof. However, from the enemy's point of view, it is red. The Barbarian HUD also has a small hole in the roof that the barracks doesn't have, a keg of elixir, and is more reinforced. Level 1 barracks also only allow the training of barbarians. The Golem was likely inspired by the Promethean from Age of Mythology, as both units are stone creatures that split into two smaller versions of themselves once defeated. The Three Musketeers elixir cost has changed more than any other card, with a total of 3 times. At release in February of 2016, they cost 10 elixir. A month later, the cost was reduced to 9, then in February of 2019, it was increased back to 10, only to be reduced again to 9 3 months later. Now, if I had to choose a card with the craziest history, it would be the Skeletons. They went from being one of the least used cards to reaching 77.5% usage rate back in 2017. And that's why I'll have you watch this video next, where I'll tell you about the day Larry broke Clash Royale, so you won't miss it.
I'm good, bro. Yo, thank you, dude, but you didn't really tell me about lore. I mean, you didn't really tell me about lore, bro, but
We have found the long-lost family tree of the kings. Did you know that the blue and red king are brothers? And that's not all. According to this, Royal Ghost is their dad, an ancient king maybe. Both kings have princesses as daughters, but Little Prince is confirmed to be the son of the...
I knew Little Prince, that was Little Prince.
That makes sense. We also found out there are new family members, cousins perhaps, arriving as the new tower troops. Why are they fighting?
Why is she dark?
We have found...
Wow, bro. Okay, dude. If you guys like that video, bro, drop a like. Bada bee, bada boo. I need to go to the fucking gym. And then I'm gonna stream. I don't know if I'll do 4 hours, bro, now that I think about it. Maybe, possibly. Maybe I'll play some Rainbow if I get tired of Clash.